You're welcome. The Imo State governorship election is shaping up to be a three-horse race with incumbent Senator Hope Uzodimma of the All Progressives Congress, Samuel Anyanwu representing the People's Democratic Party, and Athan Achonu flying the flag of the Labour Party. Imo State, once a stronghold of the People's Democratic Party, witnessed a political shakeup with Uzodimma's ascension to power after a Supreme Court ruling. Now, with 14 other parties in the mix, the dynamics are definitely intense. Issues of insecurity, low voter turnout, and lingering doubts from the 2023 general elections loom large. Uzodimma's clannish card, federal support, or federal might, as some call it, and APC's structure clash with Anyanwu's grassroots appeal, while Achonu, on the other side, seeks to capitalize on the Labour Party's populist surge. The air is thick with uncertainty, making it a political chessboard where any move can alter the course of the game. Question is, will Hope Uzodimma secure a second term? Or can Anyanwu or even Achonu upset that political chessboard? Ladies and gentlemen, our guests tonight to do justice to this topic are Cajetan Duke, he's a spokesperson of the All Progressives Congress in Imo State. We have Barrister Ihejirika Emeka, he's a spokesperson of the Senator Athan Achonu campaign organization and a legal advisor to the Labour Party in Imo State, and Ikenna Onuoha, a special advisor on media to the PDP governorship candidate. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure to have you on Policy HQ. You're welcome. All right, I would like to start with Barrister Ihejirika of the Labour Party here. Considering the internal bickering within LP, which has never held a power in Imo State before, and also considering the departure of key figures from the Labour Party in Imo State, how does Athan Achonu plan to regain the momentum he once had in this race and present a unified front just a couple of days ahead of the election? Barrister Ihejirika.
Thank you very much. First of all, there's no internal bickering in Labour Party. I can tell you there's no internal bickering. After every primary in every party, even when Tinubu won, somebody went to court complaining about that primary. So there will definitely be issues so far that it's political party in Nigeria. So there's no internal anything, and nobody has left in Labour Party Imo State. Nobody of valuable significance has left. So it's still intact. We still have an intact family. Then Imo State is Labour. I want you to make your findings. If you interview 10 people in Imo State, 10 potential voters on whom they are going to vote for, 7 will tell you Labour. Imo State is Labour. And whether anybody likes it or not, this is a Labour Party heartland. And our governorship candidate, Senator Athan Achonu, is the only candidate that has traversed the 27 local government areas. Even going to the areas where there are insecurity, he went there because of the acceptance the party has on the ground. Even the incumbent governor has not gone around the 27 local government. What he was doing was to go to the federal constituencies, that is 1 or 2 or 3 local governments, then he will campaign there. But we went to the 27 local government area. So Labour Party is poised very strongly for Saturday's election. It's a very strong house, undivided. And you're talking of momentum. It's not that our momentum is unstoppable. It's like a moving train now. I don't know what you mean, the momentum he once had. We've always had the momentum. We still have the momentum. And is a momentum that is not only fast, but it's going to be, when it comes to fruition, it's going to be beneficial to both Imo State and to Nigeria. So Labour Party is actually the party to beat, even though we are not in power. And we don't have all state resources to prosecute this election, but we are the party in power. Right. We are the party potentially that is going to be in power.
All right. Barrister Ihejirika, I'm happy you alluded to the fact that your party had some internal wranglings or bickerings, and that's what I meant by presenting a united front, because your candidate was taken to court at some point. The party said that he wasn't the authentic candidate, but it's good that you've been able to clarify that. I want to bring in at this point Mazi Dr. Ikenna Onuoha, who's a special advisor to the PDP governorship candidate. Mazi, nice to have you. You heard from Barrister Ihejirika Emeka, who I'm sure you know so well. He says the Labour Party is a party to beat in Imo State. I'm tempted to ask you if you agree with him. Ikenna Onuoha, can you hear me, please?
Has the right. Hello?
Oh, yes, yes.
I think I'm with you.
Yes, your audio doesn't sound too clear, so maybe you try and speak up a bit, or you pull out your earpiece, so we can hear you better.
All right. I think I have listened to him very critically, and he has the right to express himself. But what you have to understand is that in the course of expressing himself, he made a lot of blunders. What do I mean by this? If you come to Imo State today, you will know that our state is predominantly a PDP state. Right from the time of Chief Achonu as the governor of Imo State, to the time of Right Honorable Ihejirika as the governor of the state. And this particular political party called PDP has really created lots of achievement, lots of development in the state. And Labour Party just came into the state barely a year ago. And the reason why it looks as if Labour Party was a bit popular then was when our brother was contesting presidential election. Immediately that election, the presidential election ended, everybody left Labour Party. I wouldn't want to discuss party, but it's quite obvious in our state here that Imo State is predominantly a PDP state. So any other person making assertion or denying this fact is not being fair to himself and to the state. However, the only party that is ready, prepared for this election is the People's Democratic Party. How do I mean? In Labour Party, there is myriad of crises, unresolved crises, from one candidate to another, from Ikenna to Athan, Achonu, senator, distinguished senator, and the other people, Bartels, Madoka, who are laying claim to that position in Labour Party. But in PDP, there is no person that has gone to court challenging the candidature of distinguished Senator Samuel Emeka. Of course, when the primary of the party was first approached, some of the governorship aspirants who had interest in that ticket withdrew and allowed him to go unopposed, and he won. This thing has never happened in the history of Imo State, in the history of PDP in the state, where a candidate emerged unopposed in a party like PDP. It is because People's Democratic Party has people of impeccable pedigree who listen to themselves, who understands what it takes to be peaceful in whatever they are doing. That is why they allow most distinguished Senator Samuel Emeka to emerge unopposed as the governorship candidate of the party. And I want to tell you that this election on Saturday, even the incumbent governor, the ruling party in the state, the All Progressive Party, of course, a huge number of Igbo people have rejected that party. I want to tell you that in the camp of the incumbent government, there is lot of anguish, lot of regret, lot of complaint. Why would Imo people reject them this way?
Ikenna Onuoha, if you can hear me, I would like to bring in Cajetan Duke at this point. Apologies, I kept interrupting there, but I'm happy you can hear me now. You said that the All Progressives Congress is not even in the conversation at all when it comes to who is on ground as a political party in Imo State. Cajetan, Duke, what's your response to that?
Let's start by saying that we just have a situation where how will I even put it? Where there is one Igbo song by one of our legend musicians, Dr. Sawario, that said, "Osewa, Ujewa, Kaganu Pionyo, Labour Party and the PDP are here, killing themselves and disparaging, wasting their energy over another person's house." Yeah, you see, the truth of the matter is that the contest I start today is a contest of honor force. There is no comparison between APC as a political party and the other political parties in the state in terms of visibility, in terms of contact, in terms of popularity, in terms of cohesion and stability of the party. There is no contact. There is no comparison between APC as a political party.
All right, we have lost that phone line through to Cajetan Duke, a spokesperson for the All Progressives Congress in Imo State. We'll try and get back to him. But I go back to Ihejirika Emeka Esquire. Ihejirika Emeka, in the absence of the Peter Obi wave that has come and gone, the 2023 elections, presidential and national and state are done. How does Athan Achonu intend to capture the imagination of the voters, or how has he been able to capture the imagination of voters in Imo State and secure a significant following?
Peter Obi is a factor. He's a man, he's a homeboy, he's loved here. So his influence is here. But let me remind you, let me take you back. We had the presidential elections, which they said Peter Obi lost. And then we had the governorship election, I think either 3 weeks or something after. Yet, Alex Oti won in Abia State. And we are also contending the Enugu own, which we know Edo Gachijoke won for Labour Party. So when the way here is structured, it used to be ABGA dominating here, not even PDP in the minds of our people. There's a way our people vote. Right now it's Labour because of the ideals of Labour. Our people actually don't follow politicians or political parties sheepishly. They look at your ideology. They look at what the past governors in that party or what the present governors in that party are doing. Now, our people accepted Labour, one, because of Peter Obi, and two, because of antecedents of some other people who must have used Labour Party, like Mimiko. Go to Ondo and you see what Mimiko has done when he was in Labour Party. So the Igbos, especially in these parts, have accepted Labour Party. Now, I don't have any interest in going after the PDP. One, they are not the ruling party. They are not on seats, so they are out of the equation. Politically, they know their standard. I'm not here to discuss PDP like my friend Ikenna was discussing Labour Party, and most of the things he said, all the things he said about Labour Party are false. Nobody's laying claim any longer. All the people who laid claim are now supporting us. They are going to win their boots, they are going to win their wards, they are going to win their LGA for Labour Party. And let me say something. APC in this election is not in contention. APC has the state money, state resources. They are going to bring it out for this election. They are going to pump it into the system. But they will fail because Imbolites have rejected. They are not even in, it will be a surprise. In fact, let me tell you the truth. The only people we are even trying to contend with are the PDP, not even the APC. APC is the spent force. So when I look at Cajetan, the APC spokesman, who is also my brother from the same area, when I look at what he says, I laugh because I know it's just a waste of time. So the only party The only party we are even looking at as has a little bit of clout is the PDP.
Okay, so what you're saying, Ihejirika, is that that Obi mania or Peter Obi wave is still, that euphoria is still alive and would push LP to victory. Okay, okay.
The obedient movement, that's the followers of Obi, are still intact, supporting Labour Party 100%.
Okay, all right. I want to come back to Cajetan, Duke, because we lost him along the line. Cajetan, how does Governor Hope Uzodimma, or how has he addressed, how has he addressed the perception of Imo State as a hotbed of insecurity and violence under his administration? Okay, yes. How has Governor Hope Uzodimma been able to, address the perception of Imo State as a hotbed of insecurity and violence under his administration?
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I would like to, before I answer that question, I would like to go back to my introductory statement to clear the erroneous impression created by my brother, my senior brother, Mr. Ihejirika, who claims that Labour Party is a party to beat women. My brother, there is no political party. There is no political party known in any of the 305 political votes fully unit in the state. Labour Party is just Labour Party has come and gone, has gone back to the history. And I can tell you by 12 noon on Saturday, this reality will come to play. For the PDP as a political party, we don't want to talk about PDP because PDP has already gone into extinction in Imo. After this election, there will be nothing like political party called PDP in Imo State. After this election, yes, my brother is saying that PDP, Imo State is the PDP state. It's unfortunate that somebody like my brother is still living in the past. When you're talking about PDP is the owner of Imo State, I look at him and I laugh. Almost every reasonable politician in the state have left PDP and are all in APC today. Every consensus politician in the state, every strategic political player in the state are all in APC today. There is nobody left in PDP. Now, on the issue of insecurity, my brother and my senior brother, let me say, Emeka, told you on this program that they have traversed the 27 local governments in the state, canvassing for votes. My brother, I asked them, if there is insecurity, if the issue of insecurity is as the media has made it to look at, as the opposition political parties have made it to look at, will they have traversed the 27 local governments in the state without any issue or any incident of attack? My brother, you can only canvass for votes rather than receive. I tell you, the issue of insecurity has been addressed with the best of approach by this government. And I can tell you that if you can only canvass for votes in the 27 local governments, you can only canvass for votes in our 305 political wards where there is peace. And I can tell you that Governor Uzodimma has been able to address the issue of insecurity that was orchestrated by politicians to undermine his administration. And I can tell you, as a statesman, Governor Uzodimma has done what every leader would do. And I think today, if you want to feel like yes, we have a statesman governor and a common governor and a performer. That's what you have to do.
Thank you. You've made a very interesting point. I want to go back to Barrister Ihejirika Emeka, who made the point that his candidate is the only candidate that has traversed the length and breadth of Imo State campaigning. Ihejirika Emeka, do you see the reasoning, and do you agree, trying to be objective here, that can you agree with what your counterpart in the APC has said, that for the fact that your candidate has traversed the length and breadth of Imo State to campaign, that is clear evidence that Imo State is safe and secure under Hope Uzodimma?
I know they will raise this issue. This is what they always say. Because they themselves, ask him if they've gone all around the 27 local government. No, they've not. They've only thought about 10. The rest, they are afraid. Ask him. They have only thought 10 local governments out of 27 because they are afraid what these boys will do to them. Now, it's only God that has protected us. We cannot, because of insecurity, and we run away from our people. We cannot do that. It's only God, God Almighty in heaven, that has protected us, because we even entered the lion den. But every morning before we go to campaign, we pray. We ask God to please protect us today, that we are coming to reorganize Imo State, make Imo State better. God really came down from heaven. That's why I'm trying to tell you that this our project is a divine project, because we even entered the lion's den. In fact, in one of our rallies, some people came, and then we were able to persuade them that we come for peace. So what the argument they are canvassing, that everywhere is safe, is baseless. Tell him, Cajetan, he's my brother. Tell him to go to Olo on Monday, Olo town. Tell him to go to Olo on Monday. Tell him to go to Ihube in Okigwe, Omololo in Okigwe. Tell him to go to anywhere in Osu local government wearing a political APC t-shirt. They know the truth. And they worsened this insecurity. They mishandled it. Let me tell you, my brother, these boys did not just germinate. This insecurity did not just start. It was there when Rochas was there. It was there when Ihejirika was there. In fact, during Rochas, the boys were laying down their arms. After Ihejirika, he disappeared totally. When this man came back, he mishandled it. He used iron fist. Did a whole lot of things that even the whole place is upside down.
All right.
And
Okay.
that was why the insecurity came to the level.
Ihejirika, Emeka, thank you very much. Thank you. I want to bring in Ikenna Onuoha of the PDP right now. Ikenna, there's a big name that is been missing, absent as far as this PDP campaign is concerned, and that is Emeka Ihejirika. He's no longer in the race. You know, and that's it's a loud absence from that race. He's been a pillar of the PDP in Imo State over the past few elections. How do you think this has affected or will affect the fortunes of the PDP of Senator Ayamu, on Saturday? And how has Ayamu been able to fill that vacuum created by Ihejirika's absence from the race?
Ihejirika is one of the leaders of our party. He has not actually left the party as at the last time I checked. You know, recently he lost his mother. And if you are an indigene of Imo State who is from Mbise extraction, you will know that in that area, if you have attained this type of height and you peradventure lose your mother or your father, there is a certain period of time, a certain period of mourning you will stay before you can participate in any political activities. This is what our leader, right from Ihejirika, is still observing. Be that as it may, he has directed most of his supporters to also work for the interests of his party. For instance, the deputy director of our campaign council, Owerri Zone, Honorable Mike Ikenna, is a direct brother to Emeka Ihejirika. He represented Abombise in the Igbo State House of Assembly for 8 years. He was the chairman, executive chairman of Abombise local government. And he is a very good brother, very close to Ihejirika. And he is the one who is presiding Owerri Zone in our campaign council. So if somebody like him is the deputy director general of our campaign council, a brother to Emeka Ihejirika, then why would people start saying that Emeka Ihejirika is not supporting our party? I have just given you this instance. Another thing is, PDP is an entity, is a very big family. Just like what my friend said, Cajetan too. It is good for somebody to be a good dreamer. He has really showcased that he's a good dreamer. For him to have said that in Imo State, that APC is the only party that is thriving, this is a very big lie. In fact, let me tell you, in Imo State today, once you mention APC, if you don't receive a very big slap, if God is not on your side, other things will follow. Do you know why? Because this particular party has created very big court in the lives of every Imolite, every Imo citizen. Just recently, one of our brothers, who is the national president of Nigerian Labour Congress, came to the state. Just the only offense he committed is to lead Imo workers who have been old for over 42 months on a peaceful demonstration. Unfortunately, he never knew that he came to Imo State where the person who is supposed to be the chief security officer is not really paying attention to all these things. Allowed him to be humiliated, allowed him to be assaulted. And because of that action alone, Nigerians are passing lots of hell. All the airports in Nigeria today were shut because of the action of one person, because of the action of APC government in the state. In fact, this election coming up on Saturday, APC as a party is aware that there is no place for them. That is why they have started resorting to violence, resorting to brigandage, resorting to intimidation, harassment, and molesting individuals without cause. If in a Senate line, once you see that the people do not love you again, do not trust you again, and you are holding a political position, the best thing to do is to resign. And this man has refused to resign, knowing very well that Imo people will never vote for him. So this is the problem. This is what Imo people are passing through today. Until this particular problem is removed from the state, it will be very difficult for us to bring sanity in the state. PDP is a reasonable party. From the time of Achiku then as a governor, Imo State did not record any violence.
All right.
Did not record any killing.
Yeah, Ikenna, thank you. I want to just quickly bring in.
The time of Emeka Ihejirika.
Yes, yes.
Achiku then and co.
Okay, I want to quickly bring in Cajetan Duke of the APC. Cajetan, there is the insinuation that, for now in Imo State, the election may not be determined by the voting, but by who will be able to manipulate the elections, because it is expected that people are disappointed, because the voters are disappointed with the result or the outcome of the 2023 elections, where they now feel, some will say, it could be argued that their votes don't count. Some are expecting a low voter turnout. And therefore, they're saying that for now, in Imo State, the camp that will be able to manipulate that low voter turnout will run away with that election. Your candidate is seen as a Supreme Court governor, and many believe that he will be banking on federal might, leveraging on federal might to twist the election in his favor. What do you say to that, Cajetan?
Let me start by asking you, brother, are you not worried? Are you not embarrassed that 24 hours to the election, less than 24 hours to the election, whether the PDP candidate or PDP spokesperson or the Labour Party spokesperson are able to tell you specifically what this government has not done and what they are going to do better? Are you not worried that less than 24 hours to the election, that the opposition political party has not been able to come out with a clear blueprint of the alternative of what they are going to do better than what the present government is doing today? What they are trying to do, what they discuss, they will say, labor union, insecurity this, insecurity that. Let me tell you, my brother, there is no better alternative to what we have in Imo today. And the Imo people have said, and they are standing by it, that they are going to consolidate the care and achievement of the shared prosperity administration of the Single Central Office. Let me tell you, just as we have lost what we call investigative journalism in this media profession. If you do an independent investigative journalism, you will be able to come to that Governorship has taken Imo State 8 years ahead from where he met Imo State. And we, as a people, we are not prepared to go back. We are not prepared to put our vehicle on the back gear by electing another person other than who we have aboard today. Let me tell you, election is not won by black men. The people of Imo State have seen the difference between a statesman and an accidental public servant. Kofi is never an accidental public servant. He is a man who has prepared himself to be a governor of Imo State since 2003. Since 2003, he has applied to be governor of Imo State. After 2003, Sandadi was looking for how to be a local government chairman.
Because of time, I also want to ask you, Cajetan, quickly, because of time, Barrister Ihejirika talked about Olu and dared you to go to Olu on Monday. Do you suspect, or what do you say to the talk that, there will be a protest vote against, what's his name, Hope Uzodinma, because of his invitation to the military to crush IPOB members, and that backfired, where portions of Olu, Kigwe, and also local government area were depopulated. Residents, had to flee under the grip of so-called unknown gunmen and, the military. So, I mean, this will definitely, some would say, hit Hope Uzodinma hard.
Somebody has said that the people are going to vote for this vote. So, some people are saying that people are not going to come out to vote. So, people are not going to come out to vote. People are not going to vote the protest vote. Let me tell you, in the area of youth empowerment, Governor Uzodinma has empowered more than 20,000 youth on digital skill training. And these 20,000 youth so far empowered by this government.
That backfired. No, I was talking about the invitation in February 2021 that Governor Hope Uzodinma made to the military to come into Imo State to crush IPOB, that backfired, and that affected the people of the following local government areas: Olu, Oru, Okigwe, and also local government areas. And today, IPOB or non-gunmen have chased the people out of their homes.
It's a net what I'm telling you that this opposition political parties don't have a narrative. They are just hiding under this story of insecurity to undermine the electoral process. But unfortunately, the man who told you that he talked in some local government, and I asked you, the places he talked, are they not part of Imo State?
We've not had the time to look at, the strike. We hear that flights into Imo State and out of Imo State are grounded. There's no power supply in the entire state. Banks are closed and all that. Maybe this will move people out of anger to vote out Hope Uzodinma. We don't know. The governor has been accused of being behind the beating and the torture of the NLC president. We'll look at that some other time. But gentlemen, I want to thank you all for your time. Cajetan Duke is the spokesperson for the All Progressives Congress in Imo State. Ihejirika Emeka is a spokesperson for the Senator Athan Achonu campaign organization. That's the governorship candidate of Labour Party. He's also the Labour Party's legal advisor in Imo State, and Ikenna Onuoha, who is a special advisor on media to the governorship candidate of the PDP in Imo State, talking about Sam Anyanwu, Senator. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, and may the best man win.
Thank you. Even though you didn't.
Right, it's quite an interesting time. That's that for now, as far as politics issue is concerned. On the forthcoming Imo governorship election, we'll keep an eye on that. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll look at what's going down in Ondo State.